Trivium. I don't know. You can do anything, and I don't think anyone should ever make you feel different than the way that you naturally feel, basically, because that's you, and you shouldn't allow anyone to change that. So you shouldn't feel shame about what you love, and you shouldn't like give in to what other people expect of you. Before we get started, let me make like a declaration or some shit. I do not prefer older Trivium. Like Ember to Inferno, I like their newer shit, okay? So I've done Ember to Inferno, like the actual song. I didn't like it, and you guys didn't like what I had to say about it. So let me just go in saying I don't prefer this sound. However, I know it was necessary in their journey to like being who they are today. I can appreciate it for that. But I don't know, it might change my mind. Who the fuck knows? Why am I even talking? Okay. Okay. Not bad so far. Okay, the transitions are what's changing my mind. Those are some really nice drums for a debut. Okay, this one appears to be different so far. I mean, it's not like I went in saying I was gonna hate it. I was just giving a disclaimer saying I typically don't prefer it. But I'll give anything a chance. And this is pretty good. I'm just remembering, like, being a teenager and this sounding, like, so good to me. Or something like this. And the artists have progressed so far now. But it's cool because I kind of like grew up with them. It's pretty cool. I'm hearing Pantera. Anyone else? But it's adorable. Just like they were new, they were kids essentially. Pleasant surprise. Blessed. Okay. The reason I smiled like a freaking idiot the whole way through that was because I went in saying, now you guys, I may not like this, and then I was pleasantly surprised at how well I liked it. But it's like baby Trivium. Oh my god, I swear. It's like, I don't know. I think the perfect band to grow up with. Well, I'll say being female, because we all know that girls mature faster than boys. So, I don't know. Being like a young teenager and being into metal was something really weird at where I grew up at, because it was just, I don't know. I grew up in one of these really small towns where it's like a lot of old people, but you've got these like rich preppy kids everywhere. So it was like kind of one of those. Okay, so it's just like taking a trip down memory lane, honestly, and like how weird it was to like metal, and like people would call me a poser, and I would get called a poser so much I would ask myself, what does that mean? Like, am I a poser because I wear the band shirt because I like the band? Like, does that make me a poser? Like, I was, like, being a young teenager is confusing in and of itself. But when you're a girl in the town I grew up in, like the Southern Belle type of town that I grew up in, and you like metal, it's like, you're the weird kid, man. So, going back and listening to this just reminds me of, like, being a young baby. Just like these new bands. And so, I don't know, being a girl, I was into bands like Trivium and Bullet. So, they're like 10 years, they're like 10-ish years older than me. But that was perfect, man, because young 25-year-olds are, like, young 25-year-old guys are just as pissed off as 15-year-old girls, okay? And so you kind of, like, grow up together. Oh, that makes it sound weird. I don't know, like, as you become older and your musical style changes, or you discover other genres, or you become more open-minded, or, you know, like, I don't know. Bullet was the band that went the route that I was going. So they became my Metallica, essentially. But Trivium, I was so close. As I Lay Dying, All That Remains. Who else was I listening to? I was listening to Shadows Fall. Oh my god, Marilyn Manson. That's what got me called a poser a lot. But Kaboom Kaboom and This Is the New Shit was so catchy. I loved those songs. Like, I didn't proclaim to be a Marilyn Manson, like, super fan. I just really liked those two songs. And people would call me a poser. So, I don't know. It's just bringing back a lot of memories, guys, okay? You're free to click off at any time, but it's, I don't know. It just reminded me of high school so much. But we didn't have bullies at my high school. Let me go ahead and say that. Like, I was not bullied. It like, secluded, you know? Like, talked about, but, like, physically bullied, that didn't exist at my school. So, no one wanted to break a nail, even the guys. So, I don't know. And to think, like, how far I've come. And how, like, I was that weird kid, but look where I am now. And then you've got, like, these really, like, popular kids in school, and they're, like, I don't know, hooked on drugs, or just stuck on someone's couch, or they dropped out of college, or it wasn't all there for them. I don't know. You can do anything, and I don't think anyone should ever make you feel different than the way that you naturally feel, basically, because that's you, and you shouldn't allow anyone to change that. So you shouldn't feel shame about what you love, and you shouldn't like give in to what other people expect of you. Now, I am talking like legally. We're talking personality and like being yourself. I'm not it's not like if you want to go kill someone, go do it. I'm not backing that. So just let's be clear. Okay. I think it's time to move on. That was so good though. I just took too many happy pills today, I think. That was so good.